souls. We're going to officially get started now. If you can join us on video, it would be super, super divine to be able to feel your radiance in our space, to see your beautiful eyes and the light streaming through. And if you're unable to join us on video, no problem whatsoever. So my name is Dani Frederick. I am going to do some official intros of myself and all of our artists today in a moment here. But first, I would love for us all to ground in together with 3 deep breaths, building our heart coherence, building our presence, and just releasing anything that we don't need to have in our space today. So let's go ahead and deep breath in and out. And breathing in and out. And one more deep breath in, holding at the top. And make some sound and some shakes as we let it all go. Welcome, 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 Divine Ones, to our 3rd annual Voice of the Rose Lineage concert. If you have been here since year 1, please put that in the chat. I would love to see. And we have Elsa Field, our veteran artist. She's been with me since the beginning. It feels so yummy. And then we have some really radical new artists here with us today. But most of all, I just want to thank all of you, because if you are on this call, you are a grid worker, you are a light worker, you are a way shower, you are a sister or a brother of the rose, and you are so needed on this planet today. And when we can say yes to these types of gatherings, when there's so much out there that would like us to say no, that would like to pull us from our center. But when we say no, I'm making the time to connect. I'm making the time to anchor more of my true self. I'm making the time to show myself and mirror to myself that there are hundreds, thousands, millions of other people just like me on this planet. I am not alone on this journey. And we call this concert the Voice of the Rose Lineage because we are all the voice of the Rose lineage when we speak as one. Anytime we take a deep breath in love, anytime our words, our sound, our connection, our heart transmission flows through us from a state of love, we are speaking as the voice of the rose. So a deep bow of gratitude to each and every one of you for being here with us and adding your energy. So with that being said, if at any moment, you're all muted, if at any moment today you feel your voice open up and you want to sound or you want to get up and move, please do so, because this is not just a concert, this is a transmission. It is an encoded rite of initiation to ground more of our rose templates and awaken more of our sovereign divinity within our cellular structures. So we don't just get high at this rose party and go home. We leave here with more light anchored in our bodies as more of our true selves, so that as we are out and about in the world, we actually serve as an attunement beacon for others to remember more of the truth of their own. Does that sound good? Who's going to use their voice a little bit today? Who's going to move around? Let me just see. Ow, ow, ow. Let out a little ow, ow, ow. Beautiful. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the intro of our Sacred Heartist lineup. So first and foremost, my name is Dani Frederick. I am a divine feminine mystic and spiritual way shower, and I truly believe that everyone deserves to feel the magnificence of their soul, wholly and fully online and present in this world. And that's exactly what I help people to do through transformational programs, activations, channeling, light language, sound codes, music, retreats, courses, you name it. Any way that I can help ground more light in this world, I am committed to doing. So I help people open their sacred channels, their vocal alchemy, their sovereign divinity, blending ancient arts with modern day leadership technologies to really just make the powerful practical, because we are about that return on investment. If we are going to be here talking with spirit, we want to receive that tenfold to change the world around us. Yes? Do we agree? Angels in human form. Angels in human form. We are here to do the work. Cool. So next we have Kayla Rose Brechtel. Kayla, if you can do a little bit of this. Thank you. She is a Sacred Rose prayer priestess, ceremonialist, and devotional remembrance guide, a devotee, weaving the golden thread of Mother, Father, God. She is dedicated to the rose path of freedom, remembrance, purification, and embodiment. She creates spaces for the rose within us all to bloom and ground its light on this earth. Thank you, Kayla, for being here today with us. Next, we have Tara Divina, ceremonial musician and singer-songwriter who creates healing ceremonial music. Many find her words to be comforting and encouraging during times of heartbreak, big changes, and initiations. She believes we can transform our reality through a combination of prayer, creativity, and aligned action. Her creative expression also includes being a clothing designer, hey, a Vedic astrologer, and a mentor to creative entrepreneurs. Thank you so much for being here, Tara. Next, we have JJ Brighton. JJ, I think I saw you there. JJ is a galactic channel, light language mentor, activation guide, and creator of the multidimensional soul integration modality. She's based in LA. She offers a range of in-person, one-on-one, and group activation experiences, as well as facilitates a variety of virtual offerings, including her own Starseed community. She also enjoys traveling the world to carry out planetary grid work in various spiritually and energetically significant locations. She dedicates a great deal of time to managing schedules, sports games, laundries, the to-do list of a large family with her partner of over 25 years. So as a result, she is able to offer a beautiful blend of spirituality and grounded real life energy to all that she does. Thank you so much for being here, JJ. And we have Lindsay Scott. Let's give it up for Lindsay Scott. She is a song leader, a multimedia artist, songwriter, and ritualist committed to exploring community. Singing as a technology, that's really key. I love that word. This truly is a sacred technology of belonging and a strategy for mutual liberation. Thank you, Lindsay, for being here. Next, we have Dr. Elsa Field, priestess, researcher, sound healer, and singer based in the beautiful Isle of Avalon, Glastonbury, United Kingdom. She is a lifelong singer. 11 years ago, when she stepped onto her priestess path, she awakened a deep desire to sing for the divine feminine. She has released to date a ton, 8 full-length albums and EPs, 8 singles of sacred music, including Mary Magdalene Frequency and Hathor Frequency. She now supports other women to reclaim their voice as a sacred instrument and step on the path of the sound priestess. Thank you, dear Elsa, for being here. And last but not least, we have Briana Brookke, pelvic care ceremonialist and celestial soundbird. Briana is a multi-dimensional medicine mystic tending to the womb of creation at the altar of women through ceremonial whole woman pelvic care. She guides women across the thresholds of womanhood and the reclamation of sovereignty. In and through the body and voice, her service and songs are devotional offerings to the Great Mother and creation herself. Rooted in the remembrance of feminine wisdom, Briana's presence is an invocation to the deep listening, sacred touch, and the return to original wholeness. She walks with women as they reawaken the primordial gnosis that lives in their bones, blood, tissues, and breath. Let's all take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Float our eyes closed for just one moment, as we welcome in and call forth our higher selves, our highest selves, God asks, who loves us unconditionally, to be present here and now. We call upon the presence of the sisterhood of the rose, the high councils of the rose, and the rose wisdom keepers. Anyone else you wish to call forward in your heart space, you may do so now in unconditional love. And we ask to be opened and filled with the knowing of who we truly are on this day and in this way, held by all that is, so that we may relax, expand, and open. Nice deep breath in and out. Blessed be, and so it is. And we can return to the screen with our eyes here, and let's just give ourselves some celebratory glitter for what we are weaving here today. Ow, 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 showing up in our wholeness and fullness. Yes, yes, yes. And I am so honored to pass it to our first sister, Kayla Rose. I would like to first credit one of our other sisters, ANKHARA Rose. Kayla will be using one of ANKHARA's songs in the background during some breath work. And ANKHARA was actually on our first ever Rose Lineage concert. So she makes super sacred music. You can find the link in the chat to purchase some of her background music that is super activating. And Kayla and I met in Mount Shasta, a super sacred activation portal. And as soon as we met in the same room, I was like, oh, this bitch. Hi, sister from another world. Hello. And you're really gonna feel her sacred rose nectar womb. It's an honor. It's an honor. It's an honor. I'll pass it over to you, Kayla. Blessed be.
Blessed be. Thank you so much, Dani, for creating this space and just creating a safe container for all of us to drop into our wombs and our hearts in this sacred technology. I am just beyond honored to be here with you all in this specific time. There's no other time like this time, and this is the moment. This is the moment we have, and the only moment we have. So I am so excited to weave with you all energetically today. So a little bit about my relationship with my voice. I will say I am someone who I have led hundreds of ceremonies, and every one I meet an edge. It's not necessarily something that comes easy to me. I really have to pull upon courage. And I will say, when we're moving and weaving and expressing from our heart space and these deeper layers of us beyond the surface, it's vulnerable. We're allowing ourselves to truly be seen. It's one thing to do a script, a performance, more of this surface, right? It's one thing for us to be seen on the surface, but for us to be seen from our hearts, from our feminine essence, our womb, our soul, it's vulnerable. Because we're allowing ourselves to be seen with the nakedness of our essence. So it's truly an honor, it's truly a gift to witness each other in this way, to witness each other in our essence and the expression that comes from below the surface. The other tidbit I want to share about my journey with my voice is I didn't even think I liked to sing, to be quite honest with you. For many years, I was a writer. I am a writer. I'm a mover. I'm a dancer. And it wasn't until my near-death experience about 6 years ago that I was leading a ceremony a little bit after my near-death experience, and I was weaving with my crystal bowls and leading in different ways, and I was dropped into this altered space, and I didn't think it, I never thought this was my thing. And Spirit, my guides, my higher self came in, and she told me to tone, to sing, to allow stuff to come out of my throat. And I was like, wait, what? Me? I don't sing. Like, I help guide. I'm a writer. I'm a dancer. Like, no, I don't want to do this. And yeah, I dropped back in all the stories, right? And sweat dripping down my face. And I opened my throat in this particular ceremony, and something just came through. And, even if it doesn't sound the best, it's a technology is what I was being shown. I was clearing things in my body. More light was coming into my system. I was like, oh my gosh, like, I wonder how this sounds to everyone right now. And then they kept bringing me back in, like, no. This is a technology. It's not even about how it sounds. This is bringing more light in. So with that being said, this is a technology for all of us. And you might have that story too of, I'm not a singer. I can't do that. I don't sound good. I still have that at times. And yet, every time I do open my voice, this deeper remembrance comes into my feminine system, and it liberates her. It liberates my feminine body. It liberates my ancestors. It liberates every woman who doesn't have this opportunity. It truly clears and opens. And I just want to invite you today to allow your essence, to allow your voice just to be as she is, and to let her open just a little bit today. So I'm going to guide us in a little bit of breath work just to prepare our systems for this experience, to receive more light, to receive more of our essence, and let her peek out just a little bit today. So I want to invite you to drop in to your womb space. And placing a hand on your womb and a hand on your heart. And simply just finding your breath in through your nose and out your mouth. And we're gonna link our womb, our portal to all of creation, to our throats today. So just bring your awareness into your womb. I want you to now bring one of your hands up to your throat. And just bring your loving, healing hand to this technology, to this, your beautiful, sacred throat. And as you breathe in, on the exhale, feeling that vibration. Not forcing, just allowing her to be soft and open like a rose. Breathing in. And I invite you, as you exhale and sound, let this sound come from your womb. It's a way different texture when it's coming from deep within. It's one thing when we're speaking or singing or toning from our mental body, but when we speak and tone and sing from our belly, from our womb, we sound from our womb, our essence, something alive comes online. So breathing in, and I invite you, as I do a little bit of light language and toning, to just continue to breathe in through your womb and out through your mouth. And on the exhale, letting her open. Maybe even circling your pelvis a little bit, circling your hips, helping that womb, that channel open up. Tu chariana tokua laktiawa natia nachoaka toa natiama takiara natua matia natayako tua shatiawa toa nakia. Shatuana niana kawa. Feeling the angelic realm open up to us. Shatuana tiarakoa. Makoa natia rashotua makaya tawa tia tia ya takiara natia mashokua rataya taya toakana.
Blessed be. Thank you so much, sister.
Blessed be.
Who's feeling a little more expansive, a little bit more open, a little bit more attuned to their heart, to their womb. You can find ways to connect with Kayla in the chat. And if you enjoyed that background music by Kayla Rose, you can find that in the chat as well. Next, I would love to pass it over to Tara, Divina. It's such an honor to have this sister here. I reached out to her because Spirit showed me a specific song of hers that is so potent and so activating for these times. So with that, Tara, if you could share a little bit of your voice opening and go into your vocal offering, we are blessed to have you and ready to receive.
So honored to be here, and I'm so glad the spirits called me in. Thanks for having me. My vocal opening story is very similar to Kayla's. I was living a pretty non-spiritual life and pursuing music and could never quite hit that sweet spot. Like something was always not really connecting. And I wound up pursuing a career in the music industry, thinking that would get me closer, And so I went in the complete wrong direction of kind of knee deep in corporate America and hanging out with rock and roll stars and not really playing any music at all. And when I finally got fed up with that life, I found myself on a spiritual journey, on a spiritual quest. And I found myself in sacred ceremonies. And, I learned how to feel my feelings, and I learned how to pray. And these are the two things that eventually opened up my voice, because it turns out in order to sing, we need to feel. And I really had no capacity. I didn't know how. No one had ever shown me. But the ceremony, the spirits, the medicines, they showed me the way. And they showed me to my feelings and to my prayer. And one day, just one funny day, I had the courage to sing a few notes. And then one day I opened my mouth and a completely different instrument came out of it. And it was quite surreal. And I love co-conspiring with the medicines, the plant medicines, to bring music onto this plane. And this song came through 5 years ago as a reminder that no matter what is going on around us or within us, that's what we're made for. That's what all this work is for. That's what all this light is for us to be able to show up and meet these moments. And so that's what this song is about. And I hope you'll sing along with me, even if I can't hear you. That's what it's for. So here we go. Close your eyes, sit back, and tune in. We are ready for what's here. We can rise above. We are ready to create a world that's filled with love. This is our chance to be the angels. This is our chance to write the book of the life we know is possible when we close our eyes and look. When we close our eyes and look. When we close our eyes and look. Cause we were made for these times. Oh, we were made for these times. We were made for these times. Oh, we were made for these times. We were made for these times. Oh, we were made for these times. We were made for these times. We've been getting ready all of our lives. We've been getting ready all of our lives. We've been getting ready all of our lives. We are stronger than we've known. Our hearts are open wide. More powerful because we've grown. This is our time to rise. our time to rise. This is our time to rise. This is our chance to be the angels. This is our chance to write the book of the life we know is possible when we close our eyes and look. When we close our eyes and look. When we close our eyes and look. We were made for these times. Oh, we were made for these times. We were made for these times. Oh, we were made for these times. We were made for these times. Oh, we were made for these times. We were made for these times. We've been getting ready all of our lives. We've been getting ready all of our lives. We've been getting ready all of our lives. We are so powerful. We are so powerful. We hold the power to make our visions real. We are so powerful. We are so powerful. We hold the power to make our visions real. We are so powerful. We are so powerful. We hold the power to make our visions real. In the darkness of the night, we forget that the sunrise always comes and never fails. The light returns and we are whole. Reality is so much richer than we know. 'Cause we are so powerful. We are so powerful. We hold the power to make our visions real. We are so powerful. We are so powerful. We hold the power to make our visions real. We are so powerful. We are so powerful. We hold the power to make our visions real. 'Cause we were made for these times. times. We were made for these times. Oh, we were made for these times. We were made for these times. Oh, we were made for these times. We were made for these times. We've been getting ready all of our lives. We've been getting ready all of our lives. We've been getting ready all of our lives. Blessed be.
Blessed be, sister. Let's all take a moment in silence to allow these sound codes to fall on our shoulders like snowflakes and remember the power that we are. Deep breath in and out. If you'd like to stay connected with Tara, her links are in the chat. I'm also going to put all the links in the replay email. But every artist has a beautiful free offering amongst their links where you can go deeper, deeper, deeper into your sovereignty and divinity. So do be sure to check them out. And let's just write in the chat, let's affirm, I am power, I am power, I am power. If you claim that for yourself now, put it in the chat, I am powerful. And you can type that in the chat as I introduce our next bright, radiant artist. JJ Brighton. She is going to bless us with some sacred rose lineage light language. And JJ crossed my path a few years back when my light language was just coming online. And I know we can all relate to when our light language starts to activate and we're like, oh, is this safe? What is this? What is going on? And I was told by Spirit that it was one of my main offerings in this lifetime. And so I better get on board. And I said, fine, but make it safe. And they led me to her page and just showed me, wow, look at this really grounded, radiant being. And it's celebrated and it's honored and it's affirmed that not only is it safe, but it is powerful and it's so needed at this time. So it's my pleasure to introduce JJ Brighton, and I hand it over to you, dear sister. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my beautiful friend. Is the audio good? Are we good? Okay, amazing. I switched mics at the last minute and I just felt I wanted this quality here. I am so grateful to be here. And before I dive into the codes and the music that wants to come through, I just have to tell you a brief story. So I have been a singer my entire life, and I've been singing as long as I can remember and singing solos in front of a lot of people. And if you knew people who grew up with me, they would say, JJ is a singer. You know, that was like my identity. So fast forward, and when I went to college, I had a choice to study music, but I was very intimidated and it was very competitive. And I ran away from that opportunity. I ended up eventually actually living in a small town where I was able to teach vocal lessons. And so I became the small town vocal coach, among other things that I was doing, including but not limited to having 8 children. And so in between all of that, I experienced some changes to my body. And I know people say I look young. I'm much older than you think I am. My oldest son is 26 and I was not a teenage mom. And so I am deep in my matron phase. And what happened is after my 8th child, I discovered that my voice was completely different. Now, most women will tell you that when you have children, your voice changes. Sometimes it does change back. Mine changed dramatically. I don't know if it's because there were 8 total that I had. I do not know what the deal was, but I was very devastated because I would open my mouth and I did not know that voice anymore. I did not know who was singing. I couldn't keep pitch. My whole entire, if you can imagine just physically what having children does, your whole entire structure that you sing with of your torso and all of the muscles is not there. I had twins, and then I had my last two, my 6th and 7th were twins, and then my last one was born less than 2 years later. So 3 in that period of time, and the muscles were just not there. So anyhow, I would open my voice. I didn't know, and I was devastated. Like I was trying to sing even just in choirs and things, and I was knowing that this was my gift. It makes me emotional. I thought I would never be able to sing again. So I decided, I had my awakening after that, and I knew that I needed to share my voice again. And light language started coming through song, and it started coming when I was on the land. And I knew I was channeling the ancestors. And so every time I would open my mouth and sing outside, I would just bring through whoever wanted to be there. Today, I do feel like I'm bringing through the ancestors. I'm wearing this woven shawl, in fact, that I wasn't planning on wearing earlier, but I just feel like I'm bringing in the weavers. We are weaving together, and Dani created a beautiful space to do so. When I sing for you, I will have never sung this song before and will probably never sing it again. So I want you to know that it's a very, very special gift for you. All I know is that it's the mothers, and I'm very, very honored to be bringing through this message of love for each and every one of you. I come with just my voice as my instrument, as we did in ancient times. That's all we had. We didn't need to bring anything with us. So if you can just take a deep breath with me and drop in, I am hearing Lemurian. He ani hayaro he ari hanayaro kanshoi hairohi Hanoi hayaino kanshohi hairohi harai hayano 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 Haniyashohi, Hanashohi, Hanahiyashohi, Hanashohi, Hanahiyashohi, Hayashohi, Hayashohi. Hayashohi Laina no Iari Hayo Hayanayaroi Ayo Hianai Hianai He and I, he and I, Jan stoi direkt som var att skela Shua, Shua. Shua, 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 Shua. Hide in way I hide out on 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 I ho ho hide out in a way I hide out in a way I hide out in a way I ho 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 shoo 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 shoo. Blessed be. Thank you.
Blessed be. Thank you, JJ. Ah, I'm feeling everyone bring some weaving into your hands with that activation. Allow those codes to imbue and enter your being and to swirl in your auric field around you. How do I? Thank you, JJ. So beautiful. And JJ's links are in the chat to connect with her and let each artist know how you're feeling from their activations. It helps weave and ground. Mio nia nia. So much love, so much love, so much love. Nice deep breath in. AH out. Ah. Opening the body, opening the body. So next we have our beautiful, my Midwest sister, Lindsay Scott, coming in with some sacred chants. I have to say, I've had one of her chants on repeat the past, or all last week, every day, literally, when I was in my car, because I just needed to remember, and that's the power of chanting. And it's going to be one of the ones that she shares today. So with that, Sister Lindsay, please take it away.
Family. Oh, it's good to be together. It's really good to be together. Thank you so much, each of you who's been bringing forth truth and love and sound. Thank you, Dani, for bringing us all together. As requested, I'm going to share a little bit about the way this voice came alive, and then we're going to chant together. Sharing to you from the Midwest, from Iowa. I'm teaching a course called The Community Singing as Collective Power here at the U of Iowa School of Music. My students are amazing. We're singing for liberation. And that's the intention that I arrive here with, that we are whole, that we are love, that we are free, that settled bodies settle other bodies. So the aliveness and the purpose of my voice just keeps opening and blooming, just like yours. Oh, look who wanted to say hi. Hello. Unfolding and unfolding and unfolding. Who are we today? So some chapter headings from my vocal story so you can feel me a little bit more as we sing together. I was definitely born a little Midwestern mystic, here for the heartland, here from the heartland, here for the fertility of the heartland, the plainness, the richness, the depth of the heartland is who I am. Blessed to be born to a worship leader mama. Traditional Christian, but you know, we gotta dig in where we can. And so she was regularly freestyling devotion at the piano at night. That was my lullaby. That was my inheritance, my mother's heart song I grew up with. So, you know, there was plenty to molt from. You know, growing up in a church that was laced with patriarchy. My 20s was a lot of losing that, shaving my head, riding around on my bicycle. And when I left the church, when I left religion, I found creative collaboration became my church. And my voice found a total playground, weird as I could be, freak flag flying, basement shows, noise shows. I was exploring my queer. I was exploring my weird. I was breaking boxes of beauty and approval and allowing my voice to explore and be guttural and be deep and be dark. And weaving sonic spells of protection. My art studio was a big old warehouse, and I was alone, and I could play and explore this being, this voice, and discover who she is. And in hindsight, this is the season where my covenant, lifelong covenant with the rose, opened. And the full story isn't for this container, but I want to share a little bit and sum it up by saying the power of my voice as a portal to the earth, to unconditional love, to ancestral protection, to radical forgiveness. All the transformation that she is here to wield and all of the kinship she is here to weave opened for me during the intense initiation of a violent assault, in which I also inherited my deep and lifelong prayer for the abolition of the prison industrial complex. My voice opened through me as a truth-telling that protected both me and cast a spell of unconditional love that I'm continuing to live into. Here for it. We have so much love and power through this route, through this access. So from there, my voice opened as a channel to discover our power to grieve collectively, to wail, and to allow the grief of the earth and of the collective through our bodies to metabolize it. From there, my voice opened to begin catching little ditties, little spirit pop earworms with a beat, the love to get stuck in our heads and guide our minds toward the divine. Real simple songs like, you don't have to know the way, came through me as I was pedaling for months, praying, Spirit, how am I to mother in this lifetime? So I began recording albums of these simple songs, learning that the medicine that I need to grow sometimes meets you too. And a whole new chapter opened up for me of sharing medicine music. My voice teacher, mentor, Barbara McAfee, shares the lineage wisdom that she came to, which is the voice is a muscle of the soul. And as we dare to explore these edges of our soul's knowing and embody the bandwidth of our whole being, our voices evolve to express this particular essence of love that each of us is here to bring. So I'm so grateful to be here today, weaving my voice with yours. This is a ditty that helps us settle our bodies. So wherever we go, we bring that grounded love. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. As I relax, oh, I know my needs are met. Oh, try that. As I relax, here come the words. I know my needs are met, and I live my life in joyous anticipation. This draws in, oh, what I most desire. Oh, so I can live my life in full-on participation. You can just hang there. It's got a lot of layers. Catch what you want. As I relax, I know my needs are met, and I live my life in joyous anticipation. This draws in what I most desire, so I can live my life in full-on participation. As I relax, I know my needs are met, and I live my life in joyous anticipation. This draws in what I most desire, so I can live my life in full-on participation. As I relax, I'm alive to the life in me. I'm alive to the mystery. Ready, 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 grow. Try that. I'm alive to the life in me. I'm alive to the mystery. Ready, 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 roll. I'm alive to the life in me. I'm alive to the mystery. Ready, 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 grow. I'm alive to the life in me. I'm alive to the mystery. Ready, 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 grow. Here's the sexy one. I let it happen to me. I let it happen through me. I'm molting, unfolding, open. I let it happen to me. I let it happen through me. I'm waltzing, unfolding, open. I'm alive to the life in me. I'm alive to the mystery of my life. I can feel the future calling, drawing, dreaming, pulling me towards it. I'm letting it be. Oh, I can feel the future calling, drawing, dreaming, pulling us towards it. We are letting it be. Woo! I'm gonna close you out with a little simple one. If you like that, go look up my first album, Well Held. They got a lot of beats to drop. This one is my heart song. This one is the song that came when I said yes to my priesthood path and when I committed to love all that is with all of my heart. It goes like this. Deeper and deeper into presence, I am falling more in love with you. That's all. Sing it with me. Deeper and deeper into presence, I am falling more in love with you. My prayer to life. Deeper and deeper into presence, I am falling more in love with you. Oh, deeper and deeper into presence, I am falling more in love with you. Deeper and deeper into presence, I am falling more in love with you. Sing it just a little quieter. Deeper and deeper into presence, I am falling more in love with you. Life, we surrender to you. Life, we love you. Life, we choose to be in service to you and to see and draw forward the sacred, the holy in all. Blessed be.
Blessed be. Who's feeling like some goddess swagger? And I know we have some divine masculines in here, so some god swagger. I'm just like, Lindsay brings that, to divinity. Thank you, Lindsay. And her links are in the chat. You can connect with her. And, why are we all sharing the story of our voice? because they act as key codes for us all. There is not one person here who is a singer. If you are a human, you are a singer. That is, we are mechanically and biologically meant to sound all day, all night in our communication. There's no such thing as good or bad sound. That's conditioning, that's falsity, that's distortion. The truth of life is that we are life, and as energy moves through us and we allow it to move through our vocal vessel, we give life to more life. And in this world today, there are so many things that are anti-life, anti-growth. So when we each choose to sound, and I hope you're being inspired by hearing everyone's stories today to expand and deepen with your own sound. When we choose to sound, regardless of what it sounds like, we choose life, and we choose to give life to more life. And we say, no, actually, we are the way showers of this world. We're not going this way, we're going this way. We choose life, and I'm here as an anchor. Can I get a hallelujah? Coming through from those preacher codes. Thank you, sister. Okay. Next, we have my dear, dear, dear sister from Avalon, Elsa Field. I don't even know. Where are you on my screen? There you are. So Elsa's going to bring through some incredible key codes of the drum as well. If you have felt called to the drum, I encourage you to get a drum. If you want to learn more about the drum, When the Drummers Were Women by something Redmond. Someone put it in the chat. I know we have drummers in here. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's such an activating book. And Elsa, thank you for not only your vocal acuity, but your dedication over the past couple of years to really learning and honing your skills on the drum to awaken those different cellular structures within us through this sound. So I pass it over to you, sister. Blessed be, and thank you.
Thank you, Dani. So wonderful to be here with all of you. And yes, the book is When the Drummers Were Women by Lane Redmond. There we go. Someone put it in the chat. So I feel so blessed to be with you today and to be included in this amazing collection, co-creation of heartists. And my own voice, I must admit, is currently going through a huge rebirth. So it's really wonderful to celebrate that with you all today. And this is the path of the divine feminine voice, is truly trusting in those continual waves of rebirth as more and more of our soul essence comes fully in to this embodiment through different phases of life. We can experience that energy of rebirth. And like JJ was saying, you know, sharing that incredible story of healing her voice and going through that process of literal birth and how that changed her voice. The same has been for me throughout different times of my life, and perhaps some of you resonate with that as well. I have always been a singer, come from a big musical family. And yet, growing up, I received a lot of conditioning around my voice and how she was to be used, and that kind of performative essence and performative lens. Like, my voice isn't just for me, it is for others, first and foremost, for others to receive through performance. And as a performer and a musician, that has been the journey that I've been on, really, of stepping onto my priestess path and creating ceremony with others and moving into that co-creation with my voice, that through working with my voice as this ceremonial tool, it gets to be offered as a gift to the land, to others, to myself, and support that awakening and activating of others to step into that light and that truth of their voices. So one of the biggest ways that working with my voice has supported me is on the journey of healing my physical body. When in 2021, I was diagnosed with thyroid disease. And as a singer and a vocal coach, this was a huge moment for me of, deep healing, that I just had to go deep into it. And really look at those places where I still held back in my voice and had some deep ancestral healing work to do around really being in my power and really being in the full loving essence of my voice towards myself, and healing my body, healing my physical body. And so I am a living example of that power of working with your voice daily as a healing instrument, because I was able to heal my thyroid naturally through daily chanting, mantra, singing, song codes, alongside many other things and practices that I did. But the sound was a really core piece. And that dedication and devotion to healing on all levels has really informed my journey as a priestess and as a musician. And as Dani mentioned, I'm really in devotion to this instrument as well, the frame drum. And I'm going to share with you now a couple of chants and songs that came through really while I was on that healing journey of healing my physical body with the support of my voice. And some of you may know these songs if you know my music. I really encourage you to join in. They're pretty simple. And if you have a drum or another percussion instrument nearby that you want to pick up and join in, then please do. So I'm just going to flow into two of them. The first is The Voice of the Goddess, and the second song is called Call to the Temple. The voice of the goddess, she calls to you. The voice of the goddess, she calls to you. Listen, listen, listen to her call, calling, calling to your soul. She brings you her healing. She brings you her light. The goddess is with you each day and night. Listen, listen, listen to her call, call, calling, calling to your soul. The goddess is rising. She needs us now to love and surrender, to feel her power. Listen, listen, listen to her call, Sister, sister, we are calling. Sister, sister, we are calling to you, calling you home to the temple of the goddess, calling you home to the temple within. We'll meet you there. We'll meet you there. Sister, sister, we are calling. Sister, sister, we are calling to you, calling you home to the temple of the goddess, calling you home to the temple within. We'll meet you there. We'll meet you there. Sister, 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 we'll meet you there. We'll meet you there. Blessed be. Thank you, everyone.
I think we need to just let out a collective for awakening the drum within. Thank you, Elsa. Thank you for that exquisite transmission. Who's feeling that in their body? Who felt that drum in their bones? Show of hands. Yes, yes, yes. Give your cells permission. Awaken, awaken, awaken. Now, now, now. We are here, here, here. We are clear, clear, clear. And we are ready, ready, ready to step forward as the rose. Miyarokiana sanai. Thank you, Elsa. And Elsa's links are in the chat. Be sure to connect with her. And next we have beautiful Briana. Briana and I have recently connected because, as many of you know, I am a newbie to Sedona. I just moved to Sedona, and the land has informed me that I will be having this as one of my home bases for 3 to 4 years. And Briana and I had tea in a sacred tea ceremony, and just so much opened up. So I'm really grateful to have you here, Briana, and to share your voice. So with that, I will pass it over to you, sister.
Thank you, Dani. Thank you, all of you, for being here in your presence. I'm definitely feeling so much activation and like butterflies and jitteriness in my system, and just including that and naming that. And also so much gratitude to be here. And yeah, a bit about my vocal homecoming. When I was a little girl, I dreamed of being a singer. I loved to sing. And as I grew, like through the intensity of my childhood and so much trauma in so many ways, so much insecurity and so much fear and so much terror was in my system. And when I was 13, my grandmother passed away, and I sang at her celebration of life, and that was such a traumatic experience that I stopped singing for 9 years. And it was actually my first ceremony with grandmother ayahuasca that really brought me back to my voice, and to come home to my voice, like I had to meet the pain body that my voice was trapped in. And the process of like really coming into and expanding in and landing in the truth of my voice has been through that, through getting so familiar with the depths of my emotions and the really nitty-gritty, painful like reality of human experience. And yeah, ultimately, like that experience brought me home to the medicine of singing and it not being about anybody else or being about performing, which has been a common thread, it feels, for many of us that have shared. And yeah, to really come home to the medicine and the truth of why I sing, and I sing for life. I sing as life for life, and I sing as love for love. And that gets to be medicine for me first, through the resonance and the vibration that moves through my system, and then outwards. And yeah, the deeper that I've come into my body, which I'm, as mentioned, I'm a ceremonial pelvic care practitioner, and that's like a big core of the work that I do in the world. And the more that I've come into deeper relationship with my own tissues and my own form and my own embodiment, like the more that my voice opens and the more textures that I find. And yeah, it really does feel like an ongoing lifelong journey. Like the feminine, we just go deeper and deeper and deeper. And yeah, I am going to share briefly a chant that came through me actually after I was in deep meditation with my bones, specifically with my pelvis and my hips. And when I connect to the bones of my pelvis and my hips and my sacrum and my pubic bone, I really feel the hold of my ancestors, the hold of my grandmothers. And just inviting you, if it feels true for you, to maybe connect with that as you're receiving this chant, to really feel the hold of your grandmothers in your pelvis, their arms and their hands cradling you, always, from the moment that you came into human form and until the moment that you leave this glorious body that you're in, you are held here in your bones. I would generally like to share this on my looper, but I'm in Costa Rica, so I don't have it. So I'm gonna send the lyrics, and I invite you to like layer in as feels true. If you have a drum, if you have a little shaker, I'm gonna be using my shaker. Even if you wanna just like join in drumming your heart or your legs or whatever feels true. And yeah, just feel free to like take, you know, a little lyric here or there and sing it in a way that feels true. Our war is made of the moon and the stars. Our war is made of my grandmother's blood. And our war is prayed for by the ancient ones. Our war is made of the moon and the stars. Our war is made of my grandmother's blood. And our war is prayed for by the ancient ones. Living prayer, I am the living prayer. Living prayer, I am the living prayer. Our war is made of the moon and the stars. Our war is made of my grandmother's blood. And our war is prayed for by the ancient ones. Living prayer, I am the living prayer. Living prayer, I am the living prayer. I'm the mother loving 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 living prayer. I am the living prayer. Living prayer, I am the living prayer. Thanks for receiving that, singing along with me. I'm gonna share one more. This is this is an original song that came through that originally came through for someone else, and then over time I've just received like how much this song is of course for me too. And yeah, for all of us. Coming back down to earth, listening more closely to her. Body knows subtle cues, whispering songs of truth. Slow down, slow down. What's here now? What's here now? From the roots we rise, nature takes her time. Deep rest, massive expansion. We're not separate. Slow down, slow down. Be here now. Be here now. Magic woven in simplicity. Stay present to the subtleties. Breathe in this softening and let yourself receive. Slow down, slow down. It's all here now. It's all here now. Oh yeah, baby, slow down. Oh yeah, baby, slow down. Blessed be. Thank you.
Oh. Everyone take your fingertips. Take the softness, the nectar, the remembrance that Briana just brought, and so lovingly and gently caress down the center front of the body, imagining that every touch as your fingertips slide down are encoding you with this remembrance that all unfolds in perfect timing, perfect divine wisdom. And we can be slow and we can be soft. And through this, we can be remembered. Thank you so much, Briana, for that immensely beautiful remembrance. Briana's links are in the chat. How are we feeling? So, dear ones, we have one more hardest. Yours truly. And I just want to thank you all once again for playing in this field of remembrance and deepening with us. And thank you to all the hardest. I am activated. I am opened. I am grateful. I am wanting to just bow down and put my womb and my third eye on the earth in gratitude for the sisterhood that exists in my life, and also for the new earth systems and collaborations where we get to weave together to truly bring through energies that can't be brought through just one vessel. So we are all here, and that includes all of you that are participating. Your energy is here in this cauldron, in this elixir, and it truly is a co-creative space. There is no one that is a passive participant. Even those on the replay, you are weaving with us in the quantum, and you are seen, and you are heard, and you are remembered. Know that. So with that, my vocal, I love that you called it, Briana, a vocal homecoming. Can I borrow that phrase moving forward for next year's concert? So my vocal homecoming, thank you, dear sister. So, I think we probably all can relate to when I was younger, I was too loud. I talk too fast. I sing too high. Blah, 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 blah. Shut down. Cool. So moved through that gateway. I'm not going to share the details on that. I'll share that in other spaces, because what's most potent is related to what's going to come through today. Because on the past two concerts, I shared chants. Oh, I feel my voice getting shaky. I'm going to name. I'm so grateful, and I feel nervous to say this story, which is so weird. I've shared it before. But yeah, in the last two, I shared chants. And I never thought of myself as a singer. And when I would get into devotional spaces, it would start coming through. And then when my light language came online, and I shared a little bit about that earlier, of having to walk through that gateway of like making a deal with spirit, as if you ever can. But my personality self loves to think that I negotiated a great deal with spirit. So I negotiated my deal with spirit of, fine, I'll go public with light language. I'll come out of the spiritual closet for a second time. You guys are the worst, / I love you. Let's do this, angels. And went through that gateway, came out with light language, all good. And then they were like, now it's time for the next initiation. And I'm in the middle of a 10-day conference that I'm putting on. And they're like, you're going to do a Hathorian remembrance session. You're going to open your mouth and we're going to sing through you. And I said, I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, come again, Hathors? Like, I love you, we're homies. And there's a lot of people in this conference, and you just want me to just kind of like trust you to come through. Like, we're just going to like not plan on singing. And it was part of the initiations of, you're a divine vessel. You're not a singer. You're not a performer. You're a channeler. You are a beacon. You're an attunement fork. And as I've basically allowed my ego to fall on its sword over and over again, and I've died unto myself 1,000 times just to be reborn again, so that each time I'm reborn, my mental body that says that I'm stupid or I'm doing it wrong or I don't sound good gets a little less quiet. And I allow her to be here in this space with me every time. She shows up every time. I have a reserved seat for her. I want her to feel comfortable. I want her to feel welcome. And so I do. And so What I bring through is channeled sound codes, very similar to what JJ had mentioned. It's different every time. I have no plan. I hear the sound as you hear the sound. I experience the sound as you experience the sound. And it's always tailored to the collective field of divine light, the oversouls, all of our higher selves gathering here together that we create. So let's see what's going to come through today, shall we? So with this, we want to ground down because it's going to be a shorter share today, but even the shorter shares, it can feel a little bit, it's been reflected to me that it can feel a little bit like a mini medicine journey. So we want to make sure that we're really in our bodies. So let's take 3 deep breaths together. And on the out breath, just envision your roots of light going down into the ground, deep into the nutritious soils, intertwining with root systems, mycelium, down into the crystal caverns of the earth. I'll walk us through. Go ahead and breathe in. And out. Ah. Breathing in. And out. Haruakunya Shanaya. Down, down, down. Allowing gravity to be our friend here. Mushtaraya Kunya. One more breathing in. Placing a hand on the heart, a hand on the womb or the hara. Open and receive. Muriakina Tewa. look up into the sky, the vantage point between my eyes, horizons false, I'm limitless. There is no ending to what is. I am she of the golden string. I am she of the goddess that I sing, carrier of the red thread, the one who is never dead. Rose lineage, divine marriage. Rose lineage, sacred feminine. I am she of the golden string. I am she of the goddess that I sing, carrier of the red thread, the one who is never dead. Rose lineage, divine marriage. Rose lineage, sacred feminine. I am she of the golden string. I am she of the goddess that I sing. Claim this for yourself. Carrier of the red thread, the one who is never dead. Rose lineage, divine marriage. Rose lineage, sacred feminine. And so it is, and blessed be, blessed be, blessed be. Coming home to the body, taking your palms, pressing firmly all over your body with each touch, blessing your body, coming home to your heart, to your breath, to your knowing, to your beauty. If you'd like to stay connected, my links are in the chat. And a couple of announcements here as we continue to come home. Well, first, let's just do a closing prayer. So bringing your hands to prayer, either at the third eye of the heart or placing your hands on your womb, wherever you feel guided. We come forward as a united circle to say what we stand for, and not only what we stand for, but what we do not. And what we do not dissolves. For we stand for truth. We stand for wholeness. We stand for unity. We stand for remembrance. We step forward as the beings who remember who they are. Royal children of God. We allow the crown to land on our heads. Dissolving self-doubt. Dissolving fear. Dissolving low self-worth. We allow our throne of light to appear. and we sit on it with our chests forwards, chins up, knowing, precise, our energy impeccable. For we are here, we are here, we are here. It is safe for us, and it is sacred for us. Why? Because we say it is. So with that, deep breath in, deep breath out. And we give great thanks to all of our overlighting energies and deities who love us unconditionally, to our higher selves, to our holy selves, and to all of our sisters and brothers in the field, on the replay, here live, to our heartist, to our heart, to our personality and human selves, and to our souls for coming together, weaving, becoming more complete, healing from a whole place, remembering from a whole place. And so it is. And so a couple of announcements. And if you can stay on a couple extra minutes, we'd love to weave just a couple voices in the space and get some reflections. But those of you who signed up for the after party, we're going to take a 15-minute break whenever this commences or ends, and then we will hop on for the after party. Anyone interested in joining us at the after party, the link is in the chat. We're going to go through a meditation to fully clear our throat chakra and also reinstate our divine authority and sovereign reclamation of our voice. We'll also be weaving some connections so that you can meet with people all over the world that are on this same path, and remember that you are not alone. I also want to give a quick shout out to Emerald Temple. This is their Rosa Mystica. They are one of our sponsors, and I will be doing a raffle for all of those that joined live today. This is a $188 bottle of oil. It has 2,000 rose petals in each drop. It's super sacred. It's just immense. It's what I use in my own personal practice. And Diana Dubrow was so generous in gifting it to our concert, and she did so last year as well, which just feels so amazing. So with that, I would love to open up the space to get 2, 3, or 4 90-second or less shares, just 2, 3, or 4 shares of what's opened up for you through this experience. And the way that we'll do that is if you go down to the react button at the bottom of your screen, you'll see a button that says raise your hand. So I'll invite you to do that now. And I'm actually going to go ahead, Caitlin. Thank you.
You're welcome. I just had to say hi to you all directly with this. I just wanted to share a moment of silence in this beautiful energy of the rose that has been such a part of my soul as well. And I am so grateful for each one of you and your overcomings and your generosity and your depth. Thank you for sharing your beautiful energy and reawakening in me that which also has always been. And thank you.
Thank you so much, Caitlin. Appreciate you weaving with us. Aria, I know you.
Hi, it's so nice to be here. Hi, everyone. I just wanted to say about halfway through the concert, I started smelling very intense rose, and I haven't burnt it today. I actually have Diana's essential oils, but I don't have Rose Mystica. And I've just been like, it's actually been so almost overpowering how much the smell came through about an hour ago. So I just wanted to share that. And thank you so much. I felt, Dani, you were in the temple with me some time ago. And whenever you did light language, I felt very uplifted. And today it's very like quiet and deep, as if like my roots are getting whatever minerals. So thank you again. This was such a beautiful offering. Thank you everyone else also. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Aria. Great to see you. And Caitlin. I know it's always hard to unmute on the phone. Let's keep trying. I just hit the S to unmute. There we go.
Hi, everybody. I just want to thank you all so much for being here. This has been a monumental blessing for me. I've been trying to come back into myself, and just this today, the day after Earth Day, just a beautiful, beautiful experience to be with you all. And as we were doing this, I literally felt like the codes from Inner Earth opening up and like weaving, like the Lemurian codes, like opening up and like weaving into the matrix, the what false mate, whatever you want to call it, the one that illusions us. And I just really want to thank you all so much for making this for us, and everyone here who showed up and got to be a part of this, because we are literally creating a brand new reality. And even though that it looks like, like oh my gosh, how could any of this be possibly happening, it's just the illusion. It's like we're just seeing this. It's like you have your face under the water and you can just barely see it, and we know that it's there because we can feel it. So thank you all so much for being here. And I would like to share a little light language, if that's cool with you guys.
Go for it. If you could keep it like 10 seconds or less, just because we had to wrap for the party. Go for it, sister.
Thank you all so much.
Ooh, I love that you threw it on a beat too. Thank you, sister. I have a question in the chat asking if the after party will be recorded. It will be recorded, so there will be a replay sent out. So with this, divine ones, thank you, thank you, thank you for your emanation in this world. Thank you for your light. Thank you for your love. And we will officially close this container. Blessed be Aho. And for those joining the after party, we'll start at 5 minutes after the hour. So in Pacific time, that would be 1:05. Much love. Mwah, mwah, mwah.